everybody. I wanted to come back out to the Kind's Domain and finish one last piece of information about the hidden gemstone candles. When you get done burning your Anastasia gemstone candles down, okay, what do you do with the jar? You don't want to throw it away. So what we've come up with is some suggestions on how to use these jars. All right, they're not cheap jars, they're nice shape, you know, beautiful, nice Kind's Domain certified logo. It's very colorful. You want to keep these. Plus you'll have your number on the back. So you're definitely not going to throw away your special number. And and there's some very, very emotionally heartwarming stories that have emerged with people picking certain numbers. One of those was a couple people picked it after a child that had died in their life, and the number represented their birth date or the day they were born. And so that was a very touching and moving thing for us to know that not only are they supporting a hospital, free hospital with these candles, but they're actually buying a candle to burn down in remembrance of a child that has passed. Okay, so I thought that was a very, very moving thing to pick a number that represents the birth date of a child that has passed. Now I'm sure you can do that with your mother that's passed, or your best friend, or a mate, or somebody in your life, and that's a very nice, meaningful, heart-touched story as to why people pick their special number. There's also some funny stories about people picking the numbers and why they picked the numbers. One guy was having an argument with his girlfriend, and he said, I'm going to get her, first he wanted to get her 111, because 111 or 1111, because he sees that all the time. And if any of you have seen that, just look on the internet, and there's 100 websites that explain why we randomly glance at a clock and it says 111 or 1111, or the change you get is 111. So he wanted to get that because that occurs in his life a lot. And then he said, well, I'm not buying a candle with her because I'm mad. And at her, I said, don't worry, 2.5 days, a woman changes her mood every 2.5 days, just wait. So he waited, and sure enough, they made up, and now he's going to buy her a candle. And he wants to do a customized candle with a red heart in it, because we showed you in the videos above the two carat red ruby glass filled heart. He wants that in there. And so we were texting back and forth, and he said, you know what? I should send her 666. Okay. So I thought that was interesting. Well, I can understand 2.5 days. There's a certain mood that women get into every. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Google women's mood cycles, because women change their mood every 2.5 days. It follows a 28-day moon cycle. Every woman's mood series is different, but if you're a man, you really should learn the mood cycles of your wife so you know exactly when to get out of the house and exactly when to take her out to the movies or to go dancing. It's the different mood for every woman, but the series is the same for every woman. She'll go through the same cycle. So he wants to get her 666. So he says, and I'm going to tell her that it was randomly generated. It's just the one it picked. So that was a sort of a funny story of picking your special number. And then the other thing I thought about, these candles last about 48 hours. Not these candles here. Last about 48 hours. So that's close enough to 2.5 days. So if you buy a candle for a special woman in your life, and they're going through that mood, 2.5 day mood that you didn't know about up until now, or may have subconsciously known if you're older and have experienced it long enough, you'll know, light the candle and come back when the candle's burnt down, because there will be a different mood. And I joke about that and goof around about that, but there is some very valid underlying science, and knowledge is power, and knowledge in relationships is power. So those of you that have arguments with your girlfriend or your wife or whoever, understand women. Women have 2.5 day cycle moods, and this candle lasts 2.5 days. So burn the candle, you know exactly when to come home. Okay. All right, now, what do you do when you burn the candle down and you have this beautiful jar left? You don't throw away the jars. We are so adamantly opposed to throwing away anything, from cardboard to aluminum to steel to anything. You want to recycle everything. And if you can't think of what to do with it, make an art object out of it. You can make art out of everything. And so what we do is this is how we save our gemstones. And so this is going to illustrate not only can you save your gemstones in your jar for all the candles that you're going to buy, and the hemp soap and the other products we have with gemstones. This also shows you the next generation of candles. This is a limited edition run. We will never ever have gemstones this big in the candles again. I said that earlier, and that's not a promotional baloney stuff, that's real. We will have one gemstone in each of the hidden treasure candles, but you'll be able to pick what you want. You maybe want to pick a 8-carat amethyst, all right? Or you may say, hey, I want to get a 2 of them, and you can custom order something in your candles. You may want 2 of them, and these are all calibrated cut exact sizes on the next generation. For earrings, now these may be too big for earrings, so you may want to go to smaller ones, all right, or even smaller ones. But use your jars to save up all your gemstones. All right, now here is the heart. This will be a standard candle from now on after this introductory special. You will not get 40% rebate. It'll be more like 10 or 15% rebate. We'll figure out the numbers. All right, but this is heart shaped, so you can. Let's get a close up of these so you can see what approximately a 7-carat topaz, blue topaz heart shape will look like. And again, this is what you're going to get in the next series of candles. You'll be able to order anything you want, but there'll be one, and there'll be a whole line. There'll be your birthstones will be in here. All the birthstones will be in here. And as you see, we have, teeny weeny ones in that jar. So again, you want to save these. You want to use these jars. What else can you use your jars for? Here's some of the stones that we're going to put in the first rollout of the hemp soap from Forbidden Leaf. These will go in. We have. If you saw all the videos, you saw they have a green hemp soap, and that'll go in the green one. They have a purplish one, that'll go in the purplish one. We have amber coming from Russia, that'll go in the amber, or the clear colored soap. So we're going to color coordinate these stones with the hemp soap from Forbidden Leaves, all made here out in the Kins domains. So for now, we store these gemstones in our Anastasia Hidden Gems. What else can you store in the gems? You may have seen earlier, actually no, you haven't seen because we haven't posted that yet, but we have lavender growing out there. We're going to use the lavender to get our natural scents and our natural coloring once we figure out how to do that. Remember, I'm a city slicker. I have to learn all this stuff. But here's the lavender from the backyard, and you can make potpourri on this. And you can either store them in plastic bags, which is not so recyclable, or you can store them in the jars. Matter of fact, this is a potpourri right here. If we squished it up and put a bunch more, and you put this, open this, and put it right next to your bed, you can, lavender does help you go to sleep. I mean, don't take my word for it, look it up on the internet. So this makes a nice, beautiful potpourri jar to help you go to sleep and relax you at night. This natural smell of lavender. So I just wanted to briefly touch upon, do not throw away your jars. Use them to store things. There's a million items you can store in your jars. I just wanted to demonstrate this so I could show you the next generation of candles, which will have calibrated cut sizes in there. You can order your special calibrated cuts, any size you want. You can order, one of those amethyst special cuts that my wife bought me, and the video's up above, 95 carats, and put those inside for somebody. Anything you want, we can custom. Remember, these are handmade, homemade, American-made, Kins-made certified products. So we're not mass producing. Now, can we make 1 million candles? Do we have the marketing power to sell 1 million candles? Yes, we do. All right? And that's not a projection. That's a reality. We've done it before. It's not that tough. We have the marketing might to sell 1 million candles. I will not make these in big manufacturing facilities. What we're trying to do here is also decentralized manufacturing. I'd rather have 1,000 Kins domains making 1,000 candles every month, which is not so hard. As you saw, we made 1,555 candles in this living room on the table. in like about a week and a half, and that was just they're going through learning how to do it. So the goal is to support KINS domains or people that want to make their money to go out and buy their KINS domains. So actually, this is a great idea. This is a done product. You know, this is in a jar, and this is potpourri. Instead of, you know, they usually put them in little weaved mesh and stuff, but it works just as good in a candle with a jar like this. So we may actually change the label a little bit and magically have a product. You know, it'll be an expensive product, but it'll be a very effective, beautiful product. Another thing you can do to make money on your KINS domains. So that's the final version of the candles. We are now done. We're in pre-launch right now, although by the time this video gets up, we'll be in launch. We're launching the sale of this. We've sold a bunch of them so far because people are jumping to get their numbers. And but it officially launches on the new moon, which is August the 1st. So you can go and buy your candles now. The software won't. If somebody already picked the number, like 420, for some reason, everyone that got scooped up immediately. When the software is done, it'll say somebody has this number. Little things like that we're tweaking on the website. But otherwise, you can go. If somebody picked the number, got the number that you do, we'll call you and talk to you and let you know. And then you can pick another number. So you want to grab your numbers now because, again, the official launch date is August 1st, 2012. It's the beginning of the new moon. And we didn't pick it that way. It just sort of came that way. And says, oh, look, it's the new moon. Let's start on the 1st. Give me a little bit of time because there's a big contest going how long it'll take us to sell all 1,500 candles. And remember, when we sell the 1,500 candles, we have effectively raised over $90,000 for Patch Adams to build this hospital, put 4,000 loyalty cards under the marketplace, and that project is up and going, as well as the entire candle line, and now the potpourri line. So this stuff smells great. So once again, thank you for being here at KINS 101, and buy your candles. And you can buy them at www.helppatch.com. Thank you again.